Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. We have the story here of a SNP fail that's failed so bad that nobody ever knew it was even there to fail at. And that's their TV show. Did you know that the Nats had a TV show? They had a broadcasting platform, that they were out there pushing themselves out? No. Me neither. And that's not surprising because it's only ever aired one episode and then it disappeared. It's one of those things where we're going to do this, you know, the way that the SNP announce things. We're going to do this. And then nothing happens of it because it's just fail, isn't it? It's fail written all over it. Anyway, we'll take a look at it because it's just worth a laugh. But it's just another example of all mouth, no trousers. They announce things and then they do nothing, do they? Because announcements are easy. Actually doing the work, well, that's hard, isn't it? Here goes. So, mystery surrounds the SNP's flagship broadcasting platform as only one episode has ever aired. So they had the right idea, and they go to the expense of getting a woman in, a comedian, Eleanor Morton, and they say, oh yes, we'll do this, and people will tune in to watch her and they'll laugh at her and then she'll say things and then it'll all be pro-independence. And because people are watching things on TV, they'll suddenly think, yes, independence is a bright idea. That's not how it works, is it? Anyway, Deputy Leader Keith Brown beamed as he announced that the SNP were launching their own version of Natflix. Very good. With a new Skexit show, which has only ever aired one episode in 9 months. Because other than what they've said, what else have they got to say? There's only so much you can say on this matter, isn't there? Independence. Yay. Have you done the show then? Yeah. Is that it then? Yeah. Okay, done. Yeah. That's it. What else have you got to say? You can't have a 9-part docudrama about independence because there is no independence. It's pointless. It's stupid. You could sum it up in one word. Should we go independent? Yeah. What about all the problems? Oh yeah, they're really hard, aren't they? Should we just dump it? Yeah. Okay. Literally, that's what it would be. We did the video yesterday. They won't even talk about all the hard things because they said basically if they start discussing the hard things, people will realise how awful independence is, and the SNP don't want that, and that's why they refuse to talk about the hard things like borders, customs, passports, that sort of thing. People don't want to know because they go, oh God, it's awful, isn't it? Especially when your biggest trading partner is England, and you go, hang on, you mean we have to go through customs control, and then there'll be costs, and then there'll be trade barriers, and then we're going to have a different currency, so there'll be currency fluctuations, and basically, no, don't want that then, because, you know, trading with our biggest partner, we need it to be easy. Unbelievable, isn't it? Anyway, the SNP launched a flagship broadcasting platform to much fanfare at their 2022 conference in what was the only substantial announcement made during the damp squib of a weekend. Well, everything they announce fails, and here's another example, isn't it? Deputy Leader Keith Brown beamed as he told attendees that the new venture will bring life to our vision of a better, fairer, more sustainable Scotland. Was he reading this off the back of an envelope or something? This led to a smattering of applause from Nat supporters, excited to see what their membership fees were being spent on. However, 9 months on, and Scotland's Voice's YouTube channel has been eerily quiet following the publication of the first episode, titled Democracy, on November the 10th. I bet you, if I went over there, well, it hasn't been monetised, has it? I bet it hasn't even been monetised. I bet they haven't got the 1,000 viewers or 4,000 hours watched. That's your minimum requirement. And of course, with no follow-up or anything, that's it. It's a pointless thing. It's hard. YouTubing is hard. Let me tell you, YouTubing is hard. It's harder than you think, put it that way. So it's not surprising that they haven't bothered following it up, because otherwise, you know, they'd be doing it. But it is hard, isn't it? Anyway, it seems to have gone down just as another half-baked SNP idea announced to get fanfare, to get the blood pumping at a conference from a party which seems to be completely devoid of any plans. They are clueless, we know this. This is why they keep having to take off old plans off the shelf, blow the dust off, call them a different name and put them out and pretend they're new. No, they're the old plans that were abandoned because they won't work. No matter how many times you announce them, they won't change. They're still not going to work. Maybe the wholly negative reaction to the Scotland's Voices show is the reason behind it being paused. We don't know if it's been scrapped, as the SNP won't tell us outright, and they are posting small bits of content on Twitter. The first episode, hosted by, and I love the fact that they put the word comedian in quotes, Eleanor Morton, was described as shit by a prominent nationalist and Alba Party General Secretary Chris McElhenney. So even nationalists are saying it's shit. Well, because of course it is. What is your when you look at the subject matter, it's not really a comedic issue, is it? How they go about it is comedic. How they're doing things is comedic, because everything they do is wrong. It's like Laurel and Hardy, isn't it? But what the subject matter is supposed to be really serious. But it just won't, because they're just useless. Anyway, it involved a lively, and they're using lively discussion panel full of SNP voices such as councillors Rosa Sully, Alex Kerr, plus SNP staffer Rory Hanna, and a citizens' rights campaigner Tanya Beltman. I'm going to pronounce that as I think. Despite promising to be exploring Scotland's voices, it only covered those who support independence. Yes, there's no voices of the majority. There's only the voices of the minority. All three talking heads unsurprisingly argued for the case of breaking up the UK, as did a vox-popping segment which took place in Glasgow. People were asked about the state of Westminster, and everyone broadcast criticised the UK government. Well, you know, I'll criticise the UK government quite happily. It doesn't mean I want to break up the union, though. Anyway, when it launched, it was described as Natflix and shit by some critics, but they did not need to worry about the longevity of the show, as it seems to be done and dusted after one episode, proving the need for independence. And it seems to have gone down well on YouTube, with a grand total of 2,596 views, which is about 3% of the total SNP members. You're not getting your 4,000 hours, boys. Scotland's Voice Twitter account is a bit more active and has got some newer clips than the November 22. This includes Vox Pops from January about Brexit, which took place in Edinburgh. In fact, a new video was published on Twitter hours after the Scottish Daily Express asked about the future of the show, taking shots at the UK Labour and Sir Keir Starmer. So basically they've gone, oh shit, we forgot all about this, haven't we? Let's get something up there. But is the darker reasons behind the lack of enthralling episodes. The Nationalist Party has been going through well-documented financial issues, including a police probe into embezzlement and potential fraud. Well, and all the sexual cases, of course, and now the case that the police are investigating over COVID. There's all sorts of shenanigans going on, let me tell you. These Islands think tank Chief Sam Taylor pointed out the Missing in Action show on Twitter, as he wrote, "Whatever happened to the SNP's broadcasting platform? Only one episode to ever broadcast. Perhaps they ran out of money. If it has ended so prematurely, then it's just another broken promise from a nationalist party which is more fractured vows than actually completed ideas. But Mr Brown will always have his moment in the spotlight at the P&J Live Arena, Press and Journal Live Arena in Aberdeen last October, where he was excited to announce its arrival. He said, "It gives me great pleasure to reveal a significant new campaigning initiative. The SNP is entering the broadcasting arena. It produced one show, it was shit, and they never did another one again. But it sums up the SNP in so many ways." Oh, it's so funny when things fail spectacularly. And it's always the SNP. What is it about them? Anyway, I shall round off, come up, and we'll get out of this video. They are an absolute bunch of useless jerks, aren't they? Charlatans, liars, thieves, fools, corrupt. Awful, awful, awful. But they couldn't run a piss up in a brewery. And to actually go to the effort of setting up a YouTube channel and then only doing one show and then walking away from it. It's like, really? You know, you're a political party. You should be able to manage more than one episode. You should be able to do one episode a week. Get all your what's the word? All your membership to watch a 15-minute video once a week and you'd be fine. But no, they can't manage that because they're useless. They are absolutely useless. And nobody wants to tune in and watch because they're charmless jerks. Like I say, YouTubing's hard. You've got to go to buying the equipment, getting the software, getting everything you need, and then you've got to sit there and do content, output, pour yourself out into there. You've got to do it a lot and hope to God that people hit that subscribe button, which is what you're about to do right now. If you haven't subscribed already, you're going to hit that subscribe button. But that's what you do. What they've done is they've done one episode and gone, okay, let's see how it goes. It hasn't gone very well, is it? And then they've given up. No, you don't give up. You keep doing it. You keep doing it. You keep doing it. And eventually, you hope to God, enough people are willing to put up with your endless rubbish enough that, it makes a difference. You work hard at this stuff, You've got to work hard. Not them. No, do one episode. Okay, give up because it's rubbish. What do you do? What do you do? I'm very, very thankful, of course, to all those very good people out there that do watch me on a regular basis. And I absolutely love the fact that that happens. And that's why I try to interact. I can't answer every comment, but I go through. I do look at the comments. I do answer comments. But you guarantee that they haven't. They won't respond. They daren't respond. And then 90% of what they say will be, awful comments. We should really go, shouldn't we? I should find a link. I shall find a link to it, really. I should put the link up. Then we should all go there and then just leave shit comments. Review bomb it. Carpet bomb the SMP. That'd be fantastic. Anyway, I shall round up there. Thank you very much for watching. If you like what you see here on the channel, do please hit the subscribe button, which I'm sure you're going to right now. Leave a like, leave a comment, please share the video, and until next time, stay safe, stay well, and remember, the SMP are not for life, they are just until Christmas. Bye.